Welcome back to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I'm Incetic. With me on this video is Matt Rocks 101.
Hey, I'm Matt.
Zindictive.
Sup, lads?
And Skylar.
Hey, yo.
And so this is the bonus stuff for the Gen 5 version of Tony Hawk 3. Compared to the Gen 6 version, there's a lot less in here. You know, there's not like 10 secret characters and a whole bunch of returning levels and such. In fact, you only got 2 secret characters, Officer Dick and then Wolverine. But, you know, they've at least got their own kind of, you know, signature things. But also, like, on the cheat codes, Shaba really rolled back compared to Tony Hawk 2, you know, what Neversoft did. So, like, there's not really even an unlock everything or unlock, you know, Wolverine and such. So, like, to get him, you have to do all the gaps in the game. So I actually went and did that. And I only needed to use moon physics for, like, 3 of them. But, yeah, so here's the final one. Booyah, Grandma. Grandma,
that's
Booyah.
a fun one.
Yeah, where I did that one legit. So yeah, you grind around the entirety of Foundry. And yeah. So I'm going to end the run and have gotten the last gap. I should reevaluate my priorities, but also
wow, thanks for making fun of me for playing your game.
Yeah, Zindictive, forgive me. I did sin and use Moon Gravity for
it's fine.
Zen Mind, the one on Skater Island where you got to jump from the rail to the door opening.
Yeah, fuck Zen Mind.
Yeah. That fucking
Officer
one
Dick's
on Skater
just like a
Island.
SWAT guy now.
Yeah. So Officer Dick actually has a different costume than in the Gen 6 version or any of his before. I guess he overcompensated.
Up to SWAT.
Yeah, and he got to the SWAT team.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the same boards.
Yeah. Well, that one was called Oops, I Did It Again or something. The names are different.
I think that was Cabela.
What? No? Huh?
Oops, I Did It Again was Cabela.
Oh, you're right. All right, never
Well,
mind.
I thought Cabela had 1 through 10. We were upset
you're
about
right,
it.
yeah.
No, Private Carrera had Carrera 1 through 10.
1 through
So,
10, yeah.
Hey, Carrera, I mean.
So, Officer Dick has, in this version, literally the same special trick lineup he had in Tony Hawk 2. You know, some things where, you know, maybe Shaba didn't want to or didn't have the time to, you know, add in extra material, kind of. So, like, yeah, this is just the same lineup. Assume the position, salute, and then lazy A grind. But yeah, Wolverine still made it in as, you know, kind of the cool promotion, and so he's again got a lineup of decks. He has his own few special tricks. Yeah.
It's a bit sad how lacking this version is.
Yeah. Again, especially like when it comes to the cheat codes, where I will be showing off the cheat codes where the button inputs worked for them, but you know, the cheat codes, a lot of the ones to unlock everything and such, aren't here, and several cheat codes don't seem to have the button inputs known.
Yeah, they held back in this one.
Honestly, you look it up, and like figuring out the cheat codes for this version of the game was almost kind of like a Wild West sort of thing. It almost felt like, you know, the internet was stuck 15 years ago on this kind of thing, where like you go to all the different websites and they all have slightly different things and a bunch of stuff obviously made up by kids, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Has nobody really like ripped through the source code of this one like they have the other games?
Not sure.
Maybe not. I don't know.
This one seems like it's a lot more obscure.
Now we are showing off the cheat codes that I could get. And I mean, on some, when I say they don't know the button prompts, that just means you have to, you know, 100% the game with enough skaters to get access to them. But, yeah, so, like, the standards, again, the classics, I always start out with, you know, perfect balance, always special kind of things.
Yeah.
But here, you know, unlike in Gen 6, there's not a menu where you could just flip them on and off.
Yeah, you have to do codes.
Yeah. But, so if you looked at Wolverine's special tricks, you know, he's got basically the same ones, the Claw Punch and the Berserker, but then that Claw Drag, instead of being a special manual, is a special grind, which kind of is weird, because then that just means he's grinding while holding his arms out.
Can you not have these all active at the same time? I noticed your special was going down.
I prefer to just do these one at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know,
But you
so
can't
that
have
I can
them on all at once.
Right. Once again, I am cutting out the part where I turn a code off before turning another one on.
I see.
Because you don't want to just see me sit there as the screen shakes, you know, a million times.
Yeah, gotcha.
Sim
But
mode?
yeah, so then sim mode, is this the same as Gen 6 where it halves all your stats?
Yep.
All right. Well, actually, here, kind of like in Tony Hawk 2, I don't think balance is affected. I think it's just air.
Yeah, the balance part is weird. It doesn't really get much of an effect of the sim mode stuff.
Right, but it's just very obviously when you jump in the air, you have a lot less time.
You have a lot more weight.
Yeah. Weight, not mass. Your mass is constant. Your weight changes depending on what planet you're on. That's for all the, like, middle school kids who I guess are doing take-home science tests.
And here come the slow-mos.
Yeah,
all of them.
So here's slow-mo
All of
tricks. Unlike the Gen 6 version, this one just slows everything about you down in the air, so even slows your animations.
I kind of like that better because it makes me feel like I'm doing a cool slow motion trick.
Yeah, I
Whereas the
guess
other
so.
one just feels like I have really low gravity for some reason.
The bad side is
True.
that you can't exploit the shit out of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
That's fine.
But
I
the
mean,
cool-
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say they look cool in slow motion, but they don't have that many frames, so maybe they don't look cool in slow motion.
But I like the idea of the tricks being slow motion because, like what Matt said, like having a cool, like, oh, I'm landing this big trick. When it's basically just it's just moon gravity when you do it the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like grinds being slow.
Yeah, so like when you're racking up points, it's slow-mo. So manuals and grinds slow-mo. But what's the opposite of slow-mo? Turbo mode. So again, I turned off slow-mo before, but this is like, what was it in Tony Hawk 2? Like 1.5x speed?
Yeah.
Just for everything. So yeah. Same physics as normal, but everything's faster, and honestly, it does make it quite a bit harder.
It does.
Just because it's going by so fast, I don't even think that 12-year-olds could keep up.
Yapping me.
Balance also gets
Whoa.
affected, so if you're doing grinds and manuals, it just becomes unbearable.
Right, yeah.
That's a heck of a gap right there. Gap in
Level
Yeah.
flip.
I never saw that one
no!
before.
I hope you know your levels, because the level flip cheat basically inverts horizontally the entire level,
Yeah, it's
including
the
like
mirror
your
cheat.
character's stance. Yeah, it mirrors it. So like Tokyo isn't going to get affected as much, but like if you went to Los Angeles with this, it would be really weird, riding forward and then the whole level's off to your left instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool.
There are some good cheats in this version, at least.
Yeah.
Peach.
And returning from before is Wireframe Mode.
Oh, I like this. It reminds me
yeah.
of that old tank game. I forgot what it was called.
Tanks?
But it had. Was it just called Tanks?
I think it was.
I think so.
That old game that was just all wireframes. You
Yeah,
play
it
as a
was-
tank
it
and
was
you're
just
taking them
the
all out
Atari
as they're
game.
coming across. Yeah.
It was an arcade game by Atari, I believe.
I think it had both.
So it's
Yeah.
so again, it's kind of cool to see like all the objects in the distance be green, and then as you get close, they turn yellow. Like it's like maybe they have their texture, but don't become interactable until you get close or something. I never quite got an answer on that, but I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like a dev thing, where it's like your draw distance in a sense.
And
Yeah.
you're checking your polygons on everything.
Really cool.
Yeah, and especially on Tokyo, it's kind of cool to see what textures like this arrow are actually baked into.
The
I like-
wireframe.
The reason why I like the wireframe here too, I know it's away for now, but you got to see the a box around the map that you usually don't do.
Disco mode.
Yeah, so if you input disco mode, you have to restart. It doesn't activate immediately. But again, now every object in the level will, flash through the colors. And it's kind of cool to see, like, hey, how many actual quarter pipe objects is this long quarter pipe made of? Kind of thing.
Yep. And the best part is that if you turn off disco mode, all of these colors stay. So if you want like greens and blues, whatever you want, rather than flashing about, they'll stay there.
Yeah, I'll show that off. But yeah, they get kind of stuck at whatever color they were currently at. And yeah, between turning the code off and then, just restarting the level, they'll be stuck at that color. Yeah.
Makes it more colorful.
Tokyo a little bit more of a, psychedelic kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a real party in here.
Through the rail.
Yeah. Maybe I had a little too much footage, I don't know. But, I think I'm good. Shit.
No, it's fine.
I believe I found all the songs that would mute me if we let them play too much. But yeah, so, and turn those off. So, yeah. we turned the cheat code off, and all of those textures got stuck at whatever color they currently were, and didn't fix themselves until restart.
Yeah, I was just saying from the wireframe one, you could see how like they basically just took like a city skyline picture of Tokyo and just put it all the way across, all the way around it.
Yeah, I mean, I never really look at the cityscapes and such, but all right, there's one more code to show off, smooth mode, and to do this, like, you input it, and then you actually need to back out completely and come back in. You can't just restart level, but like, yeah, it's like it turns off all of the detail on the
This is
objects.
early PS1 stuff.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
looks like beta footage. What do they call that? Where before they add the proper textures, like a white box. This looks like a white box.
Yeah.
Where they just have all the objects in the collision and like, that's it.
You know, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, they
And
do that.
also,
They do that in
I
development.
love the game, but nowadays I just call this cheat code Bubsy 3D mode.
Dang. But yeah, this is kind of interesting to look at, especially here at Tokyo, where not only are like the half pipes, they still have that kind of neon yellow glow across the top of them, but now you can see kind of how the lighting works, where, you know, from the shops, or especially those street lamps, it's just a, square block.
It's really cool to see all the detail put in when you like simplify it.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about.
Just the
where,
lazy-ass
they
manual.
say that cheat codes are developer stuff. This is 100%. This is not a for fun cheat code. This is some sort of developer function that they just left in the game as a cheat code. This does not look like this is something for fun. This is obviously checking. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what it would be checking. I know wireframe mode is obviously checking the polygons on everything.
Yeah.
Just
I
checking
don't
if it
know.
looks good.
All my game devs in chat, I guess, comments or whatever. But yeah, so
All of them.
so on the Gen 5 version, you still have some secret characters, with special tricks and decks for them, and some cheat codes. Again, there are more that you can get by 100%ing with a bunch of characters that I just didn't feel like putting in all that time.
Yeah,
But,
I did though.
some things.
So, if you're interested,
Yeah. But yeah, so that was it for Tony Hawk 3. Next, we'll be moving on to Tony Hawk 4, where, again, there are separate versions of that game for Gen 5 and Gen 6. They are quite
My favorite
different,
Tony
and I
Hawk
will
game.
be playing both.
Yeah.
I will be completing the Gen 5 version for the first time. I have played a bit
Really?
of that, but I haven't played the whole thing.
I'll just say, hopefully you have a good time. It's my favorite Tony Hawk game. So,
yeah, it's an interesting one.
Specifically the Gen 5.
well, Gen 5 is. Wait, which
PS1.
one's Gen 5?
PS1.
Never mind.
PS1.
Gen 6.
Old
Okay.
ass version. It's your
Yeah.
dad's Dodge Camaro or whatever
Not
that
full
gives
Dodge
you when you turn
version.
16. Okay, but yeah, I'll see you guys then. So stay tuned.
Later.